continue. So, in this game, we have been looking for a friend of ours who was abducted, we believe, by some terrorists who are trying to stir up animosity between genetically augmented humans and normal humans. So there's this rift, so there's new civil right, and it's been a while since I played, so I'm trying to remember what the hell I did. Let's go in here. Ah, yes. Ramona. Hey! I told you jerks not to break my ROM. Now I can't get it to stop snowing. Those protesters are gone, but I'm still not gonna have any customers with it freezing like this. Oh, she told us. Who the hell? Customer. This Hassy hot cup is the perfect thing to warm me up. Irritated customer. Snow out of nowhere? I guess I'll wait it out here. Customer. Wow, look at it out there. So magical. Ramona. I don't think I've forgiven you, you dingus. I better get some Hassy hot cups going. Turing. Well, all's well that ends well, right, Glitch? I'll check the mesh for common issues with the mode selector on the 2703 ROM unit and forward the solutions to the Hassy bar owner. I'm certain she'll be able to get it turned off after the customer rush. Ooh, green hybrid wrestler. Look at the wrestler. A defiant young wrestler is enjoying a fresh Hassy hot cup. Yo, Dana. What up, Dana? A light-haired teenager with a bionic arm. She seems to be staring at a nearby wrestler as she waits for her order. So, what's up, baby? Dana Zone or Zane? Those Hassy hot cups are disgusting. I'm just here to see the wrestlers. Can't wait to see the New Year's show. Okay, good story. Look at this wrestler. This wrestler is the powerhouse in the Neo SF Wrestling Federation's hot new stable, the Violet Wings. According to the Mesh, they're a group of highly ranked wrestlers who form up some sort of battalion. Alright, film assistant, eh? Look at him. A TMI Entertainment film assistant taking a break to enjoy a Hassy hot cup. I don't know what the hell a Hassy hot cup is. Maybe it's coffee? I'm gonna assume it's coffee. Sure they have coffee in the future. Let's talk to this film assistant. If I was actually in charge of content, I would make sure we did a big story on these new Hassy hot cups. Delish. Alright. And an inaccurate Christmas tree. That's there for some reason. Use an item mode? Yeah, I don't really think that makes any sense. I'm gonna get out of here. Let's leave this place. Deuces! So, we got this ROM unit that affects the weather from Ramona's shop to get rid of the protesters in front of Genus, which is where the DNA researching goes on. You don't need to go inside, it's a place for hybrids. That's racist. What if I want to become a hybrid? When all the doom and gloom of the news is said and done, we ask you, the viewer, what's okay today? What a terrible motto for a morning show. Yeah, no doubt. Alright, well, let's go to the map. What's this place? Stardust Club. NSFPD station. The hospital. Looks like this is got a little exclamation mark on it. experience playing video games means I should go here. Y'all in the club. This is my homie, the bouncer. Use bouncer. You try to hug the bouncer, but he pushes you back with a cold glare. I thought we were homies. Okay. Let's go inside. Why is it Christmas? Anyway, let's go in. Bouncer, welcome to Stardust. There's Majid. We should leave this data cache with him first, like Tomcat asked. Alright, do that. Majid. What up? Hey, good to see you back. What can I do for you? Still don't know what accent to give Majid. It's Middle Eastern. It's the future, so I mean, he could have any accent. I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing. Alright, so I'm gonna go with I don't need a drink, but I'm gonna give him the thing. So here, Tomcat asked me to drop this off with you. Ah, right. Tomcat asked me to take that off your hands and pass it to them pass it on to them later. Thanks for getting it to me. Data cache removed from items. I won't pester you about what it is. I know things are always very hush-hush with Tomcat. I'll make sure they get it later today. Thank you very much, Majid. Dude, well, that's that. That's his boyfriend, husband, I forget. They explicitly say that he's a bear. That's what he's so, got that going for him, which is good. Hipster guy. Focused patron. This guy looks like someone I know. Yo, what's up, focused patron? Hi. Sorry, but I'm pretty wrapped up in something important. Don't have time to talk. Trace amount of liquid left in his glass suggests this person was drinking a Dougie's and Cream. Buy him a Dougie's and Cream. I want to date this guy. I want to. Yeah. Just chilling in the club. Looking for love. I'm gonna give someone a hug. I'm not gonna freestyle anymore, sorry. Gus! What's up? Oh, hey there! You don't need something. Do you need something? Yes, I do. I wanna get a drink. Okay, I'm gonna get back to this, but don't feel bad if you need to interrupt me for something. Alright, what up? Give me a drink. Dougie's and Cream, I think he said. Hey, good to see you back. What can I do for you? I'd like a drink, my man. What are you having? Was it Dougie's and Cream? Dougie's and Cream. Give me a Dougie's and Cream. So many drinks these days. Dictionary, the free and open alcohol. Oh, I got this, sweetie. The Dougie's and Cream is 45% Amaretto, 45% melon liqueur, 10% strawberry cream liqueur with a splash of tequila. That is a girly-ass drink. Very strong and disgustingly sugary. Tastes like rock candy. Yum boo. Thanks, hon. Does Dougie's and Cream sound good? Sounds good to me. Here you go. Yeah, Dougie's and Cream. Now I'm gonna go sweet talk this focus dude. Use item. A nice refreshing Dougie's and Cream. Hey, how'd you know my favorite? Give him the drink. I'm Boris. Here, have a seat. As long as you don't mind me being distracted by this jerk. What's the problem? My boss has just managed to lock themselves out of our company's servers. I'm not sure exactly what they did, and I don't have my company ROM on me, so I'm trying to walk them through what to do over the phone. It isn't going very well. So, what do you think the problem is? It could be any number of things. I already confirmed it wasn't just a password issue. They probably deleted themselves off the user table or something. What are they, the goddamn FBI? Hey, yo! Hey, what's up, big ears? Sorry your connection blows. Them's the brakes. Ah, shit, didn't mean to click that. I hate giving non-IT people that kind of access, but the higher-ups in the company insisted on it. So incompetent. Probably just have to go down there and do it myself. Ugh. Bah! I'm not going to be able to do it over the phone. I guess I gotta head out and take care of this. It was nice talking to you. Maybe I'll see you around. Lone hybrid with horns coming out of their head. Okay. Hey, what's up? You horny? Ah. Sorry, cutie. Not quite ready to play with the room yet. I'm gonna try to get another drink into me first. Maybe I'll get something a bit fruity. I'm sure you will. Come hit me up later. I guess my character is a little bi-curious. Yo, what's up? What's up, VIP bouncer? You again? Alright, I'll let you in. But you better stay out of trouble. Yeah, I'll do my best. Yeah. Sure. Oh yeah, cute face. I was hitting on her and that was working out pretty good. Hey, yo. I kind of feel like dancing now. You want to join me? Hell yeah, I want to join you. Let's do it. Don't bug people, please. You'll just get us in trouble. Try to dance. Let's dance. This is exactly what I needed to get my mind off of things. Alright, well, there you go. She don't want to dance with me. Hey, I heard from my friends down the street that those protests are gone. Must have been you, huh? Alright then. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and return the favor. I called up my buddy who's on night shift tonight for Parallax, watching over an access node in Deep Mission. Tomcat said that if you got access to an old access node, you might be able to find out what happened to Hayden, who's my buddy, who was abducted. My buddy can buzz you in, but if anything happens, you broke in. This puts us about even. Don't think about drawing any more debts for a while. Go on, get out of here. Man, she really hates the shit out of us, doesn't she? I gotta go find an access node. Somewhere. Not really sure where. I guess I'll just get out of here. Looking for an access node. Is there an access node in a plant? Bacteria live in the base. They take in oxygen and release and hold blah 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 blah. No, we're not. Map. Oh. Dog patch? I'm not really sure what that is, but let's go check out Dog Patch. Touring. This is the place Tomcat said we should head to. Unassuming and quiet. I'll be honest, I don't think we should be in this section of the city without Jess giving us all the all clear. The crime statistics are quite alarming, so let us get done with our errand here and move on to safer ground. What a worrywart. Let's hope she sticks to her half of the bargain. Good to see your self-preservation works are working at the time. Man, don't worry about getting mugged. I can't help it! Stealing a ROM is considered petty theft, and I'd really rather not be taken by some miscreant out to pawn me at a minor amount of credits. Our hypothetical kidnapper wouldn't even be punished worse than a slap on the wrist if it were a first offense. Though I suppose it shouldn't get too worked up about the legal system not accounting for machine sentience. I am the first. That I know of, anyway. Alright, now that let's check out this street art. You know, right after we found Hayden's apartment in such disarray, I started looking into graffiti and street art more thoroughly. I had never much considered doing any of it myself, but it seems like an interesting avenue to pursue once I move beyond abstract expressionism. Do it, buddy. The simpler tags, visual shoutings of identity and existence, they exhibit a feeling I can sympathize with, but it's these larger pieces, riots of color and chaos, that really interest me. Petty vandalism is beneath me, but there are other avenues for the practice. For example, did you know that Los Angeles in the mid-2030s legalized putting up mural-style art on any building without requiring permission from the owner or city? It was chaos of the highest degree for a while, but now the place is truly remarkable. Perhaps I will visit once all this is done with. Well, that graffiti is actually a symbol of gonzo journalism. Ah, I hadn't even noticed. Do you have much experience with gonzo journalism yourself, reporting after or during direct participation? If you do end up writing on this experience, whatever you produced would be the very definition of it. You are too close to be objective now, and you're a key subject in this event. It doesn't seem to be your usual style, but you couldn't go another route at this point, and if you're in the clear as you didn't investigate the situation. I've never had much interest in the practice, but spending so much time around you has taught me to look at events in a different light, perhaps only because I can verify your personal experiences as fact. Oh, I don't know. They're the same as they were the same as they were yesterday. My settings, that is. I don't think so. But I'll give it a check. Going into settings. I think they're probably broadcast settings. Encoding is 3000 max bit rate. I guess I could bump it down to 2500. That might help. Let me know if that helps. I don't know if it will, but c'est la vie. Okay. Sorry, I'm rambling again, aren't I? And we're on a schedule. I don't even want to think about this. What if we don't find Hayden? What if we do? My nerves are shot from the stress of the past day. It's already taking a toll on me. But never mind. Let's find that access node. Let's find Hayden. Geez, anything else? Alright. Got an apartment door. Got a fan. Let's open this fan. Gotta keep the generator cool, or else, you know, it'll break. Okay. The pipe. Look at it. This pipe is doing what all pipes should do. It's piping out that energy. Cool. And there's litter. Pick it up. No. Alright, I'm good. Door to access node. Door to access node. Let's. Node security. Parallax block. AN19 security. Hello? Node security. Yes, can I help you? those other two things mean, but where friend suggests? I was wondering when you'd get here. You're at the access node of Cesar Chavez in Indiana, right? That's right. Good, be quick. Don't touch anything, got it? This conversation never happened, and you're on your own if you get caught out there. I hope you find what you're looking for. Hey, what's up, space guy? How's it going, man? Touring. This is it. Let's go inside. I'll call Tomcat. Speaking of, I went to MagFest in Maryland and saw a couple Tomcat cosplayers. I was like, oh shit, that's the game I've been playing on Twitch. I was pumped. They didn't know who I was. That's okay. Touring. This place doesn't look like it's had any maintenance in years. I hope these systems are still functional. Oh, I forgot. You can't see in the dark in dark lighting. Maybe that switch over there adjusts the brightness. Ah, there we go. That's a cool little ditty. Alright. Oh, Tomcat is pinging us, forwarding video and audio. Howdy! Y'all at the access node? I'm set to slice in once Touring makes physical access. Of course, Tomcat. Just walk me through how to connect myself, and I'll give you the necessary system permissions to use me as an interface. Oh my. Just patch yourself into the links terminal down there, and I should be able to get started. Nice, new gig, space guy. I'm glad it's working out for you, man. Good job. Connecting wirelessly to it now. Permissions granted. Please be careful in there. Don't worry, I'm an old hand at this. You won't notice a thing. One sec. Looks like I have a bit more on you. A bit more for you to do before I can get the info we need. One of the cassettes an old system here, the old system here uses is missing, and it happens to be the one from the recall slot. Without it, we won't be able to call up old surveillance records. There should be a cassette on the opposite side of the wall we can override with the recall program. Pretty sure all that one was used for was handling phone monitoring. Okay. You know, for back when phone networks were their own thing, separate from the data networks. Excuse me. Maybe I'm betraying my age a bit too much. Anyways, we need to move that cassette across the room to access the records. Figure out how to do that, and hit me back up when you've done it. Alright. Cough a little bit. That's how I do it. Where's this cassette? A tangled group of wires, a links terminal, cassette row, display screens, utility arm, node checklist, light switch, warning label, hanging wires, utility arm guide. The poster has lots of technical details about the utility arm. Okay, utility arm. Let's use it. Can't even reach it, but maybe there's some other way to move this thing. I think I gotta use the arm to move the data cassette from one side, from here to here. Let's see what's up with these hanging wires. Loose hanging wires, be careful. Okay. Tangled wires. Dirty tangled wires lay on the floor. Okay. you aren't supposed to touch, right? Shouldn't push your luck. Alright. Alright, I won't. Display screen. What's up with the display screen? Random graphs and diagnostics being tracked. How do I access this fucking, how do I access this thing? Look at it. How'd you like one of those for an arm, Turing? Is there something wrong with my arms? I was certain Hayden installed state-of-the-art prototypes. I was just kidding. Oh, I see. Humorous. This model is extremely antiquated, though. I doubt it has anything appropriating the precision of modern servo motor appendages, to say nothing of the strength. Alright, well, I was hoping you'd fucking help me activate it. Maybe I can use the links. Logging into link server 277.gamma. Welcome to Links. Operate data transfer arm. I can retract, close manipulator, and exit control arm. So, retract arm. Turn arm. Move arm left. Turn arm. Nope. Okay, extend arm. Retract arm. Do I have a card? Turn arm. Yes, I have a card. Move arm right. Turn arm. Nope. Nope. Turn arm. We're getting there. Extend arm. Yeah! Nice job! I'm gonna put some more pressure on them to move the data now, and we'll see if we can't slurp it right out of this network trunk. You wouldn't thought that someone would have noticed and decommissioned this access node when the neighborhood went to hell, but this mouse is happy to play while the cat is away. Why is this place usable for us anyway? Way back when I was a youngin', when I first hacked into Parallax's network, I mostly did it to make a point, yeah? They were just about to launch the MeshNet system, and I wanted to show the whole darn world that their security had more holes than Swiss cheese. Of course, I wasn't too shy about poking in a few more holes of my own, devising while I was there. After putting in some more tricky software backdoors, I went ahead and deleted the access node off the maintenance schedule. Then, I reassigned the guy who was supposed to keep an eye on it to a different location. They were in the process of buying up a whole gaggle of those nodes in preparation to set up a private network for themselves to use after the MeshNet got up and running. Really confident of them, you know? Most of the software holes have been patched out as they've upgraded their network, but this old place just as forgotten as I left it. So, why would they move the data? Well, I've been hitting every port into the network of one of their data centers I can find with a botnet-driven directed denial of service attack. Water break. It ain't likely to do much, but toss in a few attempts to crack the firewall, and their VIs are shitting bricks. It's standard procedure for them to move their sensitive data to a different center through a secure hardline in case the attacker actually gets in. Make enough noise and they'll scare them through talking some defensive action, which is where we want them. Well, let me know when you're done. Y'all just hold tight. I'll be done with this lickety-split. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, Turing. I'm so sorry. What is it, Tomcat? What did you find? He's gone, Turing. Of course he's gone, Tomcat. That's why we're here. Shit. I mean, he's gone, Turing. Hayden is dead. Well, that obviously isn't right, Tomcat. Why would they kill him? Can you send me the relevant files? You must have missed something. Okay, for sure. I found the security cam video from the hallway outside the apartment. It looks like he started to struggle when they got him out the door and one of the kidnappers shot him. I also found some chatter about the botched raid on the darknet channels. I'm so damn sorry. Thank you for your assistance in this matter, Tomcat. Glitch. I think I'll walk back to your apartment. I need some time to run calculations about this new scenario. If you'll excuse me, Tomcat. Should you follow them? I'll catch up later. If you say so. I'm gonna keep digging through this data until they kick me out of the system. I'll try to find some kind of lead on why this whole thing started in the first place. It wasn't much of a bright spot, but it seemed like they aren't looking for Turing anymore. Maybe it's time to call it quits. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Man, fuck that shit. We're gonna find these dudes who killed my friend. Revenge. Chapter 3. Neo San Francisco, 12/22/2064. Oh, achievement unlocked. Tears in Rain. Which was Roy Batty's incept date not too long ago. For those of you who like Blade Runner, as I obviously do. Since I have a Tyrell Corporation tattoo on my forearm, which you can probably not see very well, but it's right there. Take my word for it. Turing. Glitch. Glitch! How are you doing? You know, Hayden was a brilliant programmer far beyond his time. I am a machine, and intrinsically I do not have all the glands and visceral chemical reactions that make humans so emotional and brilliant. But his code is a flawless replication of that inside my own personality algorithms. I don't think I ever felt this anger. It fouls my processors and fills my RAM with frustrating, half-finished plans of revenge. I am sick with rage. I do not like the thoughts I am having about the people who did this to him, Glitch. Can you turn them off? I could. I can disable those modules. But I'd be less than myself, and that seems too easy. If I were human, turning off my emotions would be seen as extremely unhealthy. There is a wealth of information on the meshnet about human psychology. I just don't know how much of it applies to myself. Either way, Hayden deserves my grief. It is my way of honoring him. It may be the only way I can. I offer it freely. Did you see the jade plant? Its death is unfortunate, but fitting. Yet another thing to be guilty for. Will you keep helping me, Glitch? I need you to find the bastards that killed my progenitor. I need to finish this. I don't know what I will do afterwards, but I need to see this through. Now, as a journalist, I gotta say, bring them justice, will make them pay, but my character is a journalist, and I'll go with this one. We'll find them and the truth, Turing. The truth? I'm not sure it matters anymore. Hayden's dead, and no amount of truth will bring him back. But I guess you're right. Knowing the whys and wherefores will bring closure to this. I could use a measure of closure. I think for now we should keep knowledge of Hayden's death between you, Tomcat, and I. It might give us an edge if the people we seek don't know how much we've already discovered. You should rest today. You likely need sleep, and I need some time to... I need some time. We'll talk after you've had some time to rest. Fade to black. Damn, Hayden's dead. ... Good morning, Glitch. I trust you slept well. I'm fine. What's the plan for today? Unfortunately, we've just run out of leads. This is a jazzy number. Yeah, okay. Perhaps Tomcat was able to find something of use in Parallax's network while they were inside. You have any ideas yourself? I've marshaled every available resource I have, Glitch. Perhaps you have some bright ideas. You're a big shot investigative journalist, right? You're being sassy. I think I'd be a dick, Turing. You have an incoming call from Tomcat. Forwarding video and audio. Morning, Glitch. Turing, how you doing, hun? I'm fine, Tomcat. Thank you for your concern. Well, okay. Just say the word and I can help out in any way, here. Of course. In fact, I was hoping you might have a lead for us to start working at. Otherwise, we're down to canvassing Hayden's address book and seeing if any of his contacts have an idea about who might have had desire to target him. But that's just fishing in the dark. Well, I pulled a fair amount of data from the Parallax servers before they managed to kick me out, and it'll take me a while to go through it. A lot of it's unrelated. TPS reports, maintenance logs, all kinds of internal documents that might be interesting to another corporation, but about as useful as dirt to us. It'll take me a bit of time to decrypt Hayden's files, but maybe I'll find something there. So, no, I don't have as much as a whiff of a trail on the people who did this. But I did get a strange request from a friend of a friend, if you know what I mean. Someone has been manipulating the reports of a news outlet by the name of Augmented Eye. It seems like the head of network security there has been asking around for cybercrackers to help figure out how their articles are getting changed. The original files on their servers are untouched. Not a thing wrong with them. But when you view the site from outside the network, some things are changed around. A word here, a phrase there. Nothing to really foul up the article big time, just enough to spin the meaning. There's gotta be some kind of man-in-the-middle attack. Someone with deep access to Parallax's meshnet is changing what's been showing. Bad stuff. Ain't sure if it's related, but maybe y'all could head down to the main KCOB offices and try talking to that gal that runs the Augmented Eye. Her name is Zin. I ain't got the time or the desire to stick my nose out that far for a friend of a friend, but it seems like your kind of deal, Glitch. It does seem to be a bit of a stretch, but if we have to wait for you to work on the data you've collected anyway, we'd be happy to look into it. Alright, I'll pass the word along and y'all be in sometime today to stick your noses in. And I'll send y'all word as soon as I get anything worth hunting down. Excellent, thank you, Tomcat. We are grateful for your continued assistance. No problem, Turing. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Maybe you should take a little more time. Glitch can probably handle this one solo. I said I was fine! Thank you for your concern, but I am fine! I process events faster than humans. I do not need to be bogarted. I have already handled the reality of Hayden's death. It's time to move on with the investigation. Okay. I didn't mean to lean on you, dear. Just let me know if you need anything. Of course. I apologize for my tone, Tomcat. We'll be in touch. Alright. Later, Turing. Glitch. Okay, we have a lead, however tenuous. I've highlighted the KOSSIO Corp office building on your map. Also, while we were talking to Tomcat, I received an email from Dr. Fairlight. Displaying. Greetings, Glitch. I hope you will forgive me for a text-only message, but I had a moment of quiet while undergoing my treatments, and I am not presentable for a video call. Still, I wanted to let you know of an idea I had while looking at the circumstances of our mutual acquaintance's disappearance. I have not yet had any luck with my contacts inside Parallax, but I was reminded of an old friend by the name of Melody Flores, who may know more about the nature of Hayden's research. She is the owner of Flower Cybernetics, and Hayden has been known to work closely with them on projects involving the intersection of Parallax's systems and the implants that Flower designs. Now, I cannot give you an introduction myself. Melody and I had a falling out and are no longer on speaking terms. But perhaps the intrigue of Hayden's little robot will get you entry into her home. I hope this lead serves you well, and if you need anything else from me, I will be in the hospital room where we met for the next few days. You might not think of me as the type for a public hospital, but I like to keep close to the city. I will send word if I have any other insights or discoveries. Your friend, Dr. Yannick Fairlight. Turing. Interesting. I had no knowledge of Hayden ever working with Flower Cybernetics, but now I am starting to understand just how little I really knew about his research. Maybe this Melody can reveal more about the purpose of my construction. Hayden must have kept my development secret for a reason. Hopefully we can talk our way in. I have highlighted Melody's home on your map. Okay, we can now either follow Tomcat's lead or to KCOB or Fairlight's lead to Melody's home. Up to you where we go first. Well, you know, I did say that that we'd help Tomcat's friend within the day, but it really doesn't have anything to do with the case. So, I kind of want to go talk to Fairlight. I want to find out about Hayden. My friend was goddamn killed, so sorry, Tomcat, but your thing seems weak as fuck, so let's use the door. Get out of here. Ready to head out? dope flow, playing the game that you know as ROM. When you step to me, you're gonna get hit with a bomb. That's the way that I do it, cause I just don't know my sick dope flow. No more freestyling, we're gonna go and check out what's happening. Gonna drink some water, it's gonna be delicious. I put some flavor in it, and I'm gonna get some bitches. Alright, that KCOB or Flower Mansion. Let's go to the Flower Mansion. Go. Touring, ... Something wrong. Hey, we're here. Can you focus, Touring? Alright, something wrong? No, I'm sorry, Glitch. I was... wool gathering. I see we've arrived to the Melody Flores residence. It is quite impressive. But that is to be expected, considering that she is still the majority owner of Flower Cybernetics Group, despite retiring from day-to-day operations at the company. I wonder how she and Hayden first began working together. Sorry, back on task. Is there anything you'd like to know before we head inside? Alright, this is going to be a whole lot of exposition. Give me a rundown of Flower Cybernetics. Flower Cybernetics was established in the early 2000s by Melody's mother. It started out developing cutting-edge medical tech, including advanced prosthetics and nanoparticle diagnostic and treatment technologies. They were vastly successful when they perfected the first synthetic nerve mesh, allowing direct connection and control between the nervous system and a cybernetic prosthesis. The majority of their early projects were defense technologies for the American military, developing ruggedized military prosthesis for use on injured soldiers and then eventually electively for special forces. This research line culminated in the development of brain-controlled androids as shock troops, long since barred by international law. Melody took over the company from her aging mother, and she fought against developing further military hardware from that point on. She pushed the company to use the BCA technology for the company's original goal of medical advancement, as well as developing the first direct link to virtual reality implants. The company is largely successful on a global scale, despite the continued legislative movement against extensive cybernetic use, especially brain implants. Alrighty. What can you tell me about Melody? Not a whole lot. She is largely private, in contrast to her mother's penchant for courting a media circus. Several biographies of former Flower executives show her as intensely passionate about demilitarizing the company and to the point of absolute viciousness in the boardroom. But it's been a long time since her days of fighting for the company, and she's since stepped away from the helm. There's talk that she's lost her spine in her old age, but I thought he meant literally for a second. Anyway. Well, I'd take that with a grain of salt, Glitch. She may have retreated from the corporate battlefield, but you don't manage the entire direction of a company as large as Flower if you are a quitter. Stay on your toes. Didn't Yannick say he and Melody had a falling out? He did, and I can't shine much light on that. I know that System 1 worked with Flower to help develop the first operating system for the direct link virtual reality implants, so perhaps it happened during that time. Also, Flower eventually went with a different company for future models of the implant, but there was never any public talk of personal falling out between the heads of the companies. I'll scrape the mesh for more rumors, but there'll only be that, rumors. I could do my best to parse fact from fiction, but it blurs too much for me to be sure what's real. Alright, well, let's go in. No time like the present, then. Doorbell. Use that doorbell. Ah! What the hell? Is that a bear touring? It appears so. Your guess is as good as mine, Glitch. Mine says we can go in. Should we? Yeah, man. We didn't come in here to look at our old balls. Let's go. What am I looking at? Oh, swanky. Swanky. What? I have been trying to increase my usage of colloquialisms. Is swanky too out of date? I'll say. Oh, Miss Flores, excuse us for the intrusion. I'm touring. I know who you are. Little boy Yannick isn't the only one with little birds to chirp in his little ears. Eep, we can explain. No. Wait, she's Flores. No, Ciante, calm yourselves. Do you need a drink? If I thought you were the property of Yannick, I would have just allowed Pat to eat his dinner early. He would have done it gladly, too. Fine, not eating. He does happen to be on a diet right now, big guy. But perhaps a light mauling? Thanks. Yeah, look, this philosophy is how I lead my life. Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear, well, he eats you. Do you understand? Not at all. Yeah, me either, lady. Look, I don't have all day to entertain you, Turing, nor your journalist friend. Not even for Hayden. You don't have time to waste if you're going to find him either. Right. What's on your mind? You give the cat a pet. The name on our collar says Lily. A rosy 893 unit from the emblem on its side. It sits patiently near Pat in a sort of ambient sleep mode, playing light instrumental music. The latest episode of Media Blitz is going into the sordid details of a new teen actor's island love affair with a local politician's daughter. Melody keeps unusual company. Ursus Maximus, if I'm not mistaken. That might be why the temperature controls are set so low in here. Yeah, definitely a polar bear. I wasn't aware you knew the scientific name of the species, Glitch. Has my interest in proper nomenclature started to rub off on you? He's a white bear, Turing. What else could he be? Plenty. Have you ever heard of the Kermode bear, also known as the spirit bear, or he could be a white-faced black bear, or even a pizzly, but he's not. He's a polar bear. Alright, let's talk this. You have me at a disadvantage, Miss Flores. You seem to be far more familiar with me than I am with you. Have we met? It's just Melody touring. And no, we've never met, though considering how often Hayden harassed me for design schematics of Flower's latest neural implants, I might as well be your aunt. We'll go with that. I wouldn't mind being an aunt, even to a blue-headed robot. I am touched, Melody. We were hoping you might be able to shine some light on my origins. Fairlight mentioned that you had worked with Hayden in the past. We haven't had access to any of his research notes and couldn't track down any collaborations he may have been working with. Perhaps if we know more, we might be able to nail down a solid motive. Well, I don't know if I can speculate on that, beyond typical corporate infighting. Not that Parallax is known for that, of course. Still, I'm willing to answer your questions for now. So how did you and Hayden end up working together on touring? Indeed, I don't see the connection between your company and Hayden's research into machine sapience. Oh, Hayden wasn't researching machine sapience. At least, not primarily. Not to diminish the importance of your creation touring, but Hayden is mainly interested in developing a way to transfer human consciousness into a machine matrix. Alright, prediction. Hayden is not dead. Hayden is now a robot. He's in a machine body. He transferred himself before he got dead. You can see why neural implants would obviously be an integral part of that. Oh, I didn't realize. Why would Turing's development help with digitizing the human mind? Well, the concept of transferring the human mind into a computer has been an attractive goal for decades. Functional immortality is a powerful lure. The brain is an immensely complicated machine, and even though we know the right parts to push to make pictures show up, we still can't replicate the entire thing as a technological construct. Even with virtual reality implants, they're really just relying on the brain's ability to make sense of nonsensical signals. The implant is just a signal pipe, and the brain does all the real processing. That's why the acclimation period for a direct link implant is like being stuck in a low-grade hallucinogens for a whole week. So Hayden decided the best way to make a machine more like the human brain would be to make the opposite direction. Instead of mimicking the mechanics of the human brain, he started writing code that mimicked the functioning of the human mind and assumed the architecture behind it would suit both purposes. Think of it like convergent evolution. Two different species developing the same adaptation to solve the same problem, but continents apart. Hayden is a crack programmer when it comes to information collating. That's how he made his name in Parallax in the first place. So he wrote a bunch of baffling, self-modifying learning algorithms and let them loose. Poke and prod at them here and there and make sure they value the same things humans do, and will eventually end up with you, Turing. Interesting. Hayden never revealed any of this to me. I imagine he's pretty tight-lipped. You were the first prototype he considered a real success, and he was afraid of contaminating your development before he had a chance to make good observations. So, can you elaborate on your involvement? Hayden and I have been aware of each other for years, and I can't say we've been friends or anything like that at all. It's a small city, and if you're in the tech sector, you're never more than 2 degrees removed from anyone else. When we started looking into the pet project of his, he came right up to my door and demanded access to the research lags behind the earlier implants. Cheekily, it was impactful and disruptive, as they like to say around here. He needed the logs to better understand the way the implant handled directing sensory data to the right parts of the brain, and tried to mimic that in your software. I couldn't care less about Flower's patents anymore, so I gave him what he wanted, just to see what he could do. I'm frankly more impressed than I expected I would be, but don't tell him I said that. Situational irony. Don't worry. So Hayden wasn't invested in Turing's development? didn't say that. Hayden was quite interested in Turing, even if it was just a step to further his research. In fact, he's preparing to publish his findings involving Turing, and I know he's going to make one heck of a splash in the scientific community. See, the most impressive part about you, Turing, is that you're surprisingly stock. I assure you, Melody, my construction involves only the latest and greatest in ROM prototype technology. Exactly. You're not off the shelf, but you're still just a souped-up ROM. More or less like everyone out there. Your personality algorithms are impressive, but they don't require some new space-age technology to work. Hayden's going to propose that human conscious transference does not require special brain-like hardware architecture, but merely the right software wrapper to interface with the hardware. Much like how you function. I suppose that is correct. Still, my personality matrices do take up substantial amounts of my processing power. Wouldn't custom hardware have capabilities that better serve such a demanding, specialized task? Sure, there's still plenty of reasons in trying to make a computer that works just like a human brain. Efficiency is an important part of that. But if Hayden can emulate the human mind in existing technology, it means we can start with the immortality now rather than waiting for hardware to catch up with Hayden's software. I'm not terribly interested in living forever, but there's more than enough people out there to make even a temporary stepping stone toward. Thank you for this, Melody. I understand so little of my origins. Well, I'm sorry I don't know more about the specifics. Hayden kept me up to date on his progress, but only in the vaguest of ways. If you can hunt down the notes, I'm sure they'll tell you more. Of course, we'll keep looking. Now perhaps we can ask some other questions? Sure. So, tell us about yourself. So what's the story between you and Fairlight? Hell, that old bastard and I have been flashing daggers at each other for the better part of 20 years. I contracted out the software development for our first-gen direct-linked VR neural implants to System 1. Things were going great, but after the first models sold like gangbusters, Yannick tried to get into bed with me. Literally. I turned him down, very politely I might add, and then suddenly all the cooperation between our companies dried up. We've been at it back and forth ever since. I'd be damn careful about trusting him if I were you. He's a snake, and he'll do anything he can to get what he wants. Still, he does have a big dick. I mean, I suppose if he tried again now, I might not turn him down. It'd be fun to needle him about my still having my own company when he doesn't have his. So, tell us about your company. This is why I don't talk to journalists. They all want to pry into my life. Can't you wait till my autobiography? I promise I'm working on it. Pinky promise. We don't want to pressure you, Melody, but every bit of information we can get could be useful in pointing us towards the individuals that attacked Hayden. Alright, off the records? Of course. Fine, ask away. What's your history with Flower? How are you involved in the company today? What's the deal with Pat? Pat is a prototype as well. Flower had a short-lived project that attempted to use neural implants to increase the cognitive power of non-human animals. It worked, to an extent. Pat's smarter than your average bear, but not by much. Pat's pissed. Oh, be quiet. After the project was squashed, mostly for being a money pit, Pat was the only surviving success story. The eggheads didn't know what to do with him, so I decided to keep him around here. He's not a bad companion, if a tad taciturn. Give it up, Pat. You're no Shakespeare. So what's the deal with Flower? Well, Mommy Dearest first started the company half a century ago and quickly let it turn from cutting-edge medical research group into a Department of Defense super soldier cyborg factory. I took over when she got lymphoma and had to fight tooth and nail to turn Flower into something that churned my guts a little less. Now we're back to making medical tech and consumer neural implants rather than brains inside of tin cans with lasers strapped to the front. If the US government wants more war-grade cyborgs, they'll have to get them elsewhere, never mind them being banned by the Geneva Convention. I guess that's the gist of it, unless you want the sordid details of the 2 decades of board meetings I had to fight through until I managed to buy back a majority stake in the company. No, that seems to line up with what the mess says. Well, I'm happy the mess manages to get something right at least. So how are you involved with the company today? Ha! Not! I mean, I still own the damn thing, but frankly, I'm tired. I let the current CEO and board do what they want with the understanding that I will shit-can them if they do anything egregiously asinine. Like, say, create more cyborg assassin war machines. These days, I mostly spend my time talking to Pat and practicing my painting. You paint? What a coincidence! I love painting. What do you do? Oh, nothing fantastic, just still life mostly. I'll never be known for my artistic skills, but I enjoy it. It's very meditative, isn't it? I agree very much. I look forward to when all of this is over and I can get back to my canvases. Would you mind taking a look at my work, since you're my aunt and all? Ha, well, I can play a little. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Thanks. Tee-hee, it's a date. Aw man, Turing's gonna fuck his aunt. I wonder if he has a cyborg dick. Anyway. I think that's everything we need to know. Good, I can get back to my retirement. Thank you for your time, Melody. We'll be in touch later. Oh, one more piece of information for you, if you'd like it. I've got the contract info for a Vincent Mensa, who I think might be able to help you. Vincent was working more closely with Hayden inside Parallax, mostly on the company-approved research on data collating algorithms for the mesh. I'll send him a message and ask to meet you somewhere. He owes me a favor anyway, and I might be able to give him some more information on anything else Hayden may have been working on. He might be able to. That would be fantastic, Melody. Perhaps Golden Gate Park? That's public and crowded for the safety of us all. That should work. Be careful out there, Turing. I'd hate to see you get you killed. I will exercise caution, Melody, but I have contacts that can affect my repairs if I may need it. You don't understand. Hayden's design uses your base hardware configuration to generate your core personality profile. Each repair will make little idiosyncrasies of your hardware mismatched against your personality algorithms. Too much change and the whole thing collapses. You'll have to be rebooted from scratch. So, I'm sorry to say, but you're as mortal as the rest of us, Turing. I didn't know. Yeah, I can tell. You really need to get your hands on Hayden's files. There's plenty I don't know, so maybe I'm wrong. I only remember some of what Hayden told me about how he put you together. Just look out for yourself. I will, thank you. Pet the cat again. It looks remarkably bored at your attempts at conversation. Want to pet the kitty? Don't crowd the cat. Robot felines are double humans. Strawberries. They look too good to eat. That might be the point. Like the high-stakes socialite relationships it monitors, the Rosie is extremely delicate. A huge marble fountain adorns the courtyard. It's pleasant bubbling sound can just be barely heard over the TV and outdoor ambience. So, Gur and stuff? Malcolm model Rom is tending to the garden. Alright, I'm out of here. Let's look at this window. Windows line the front of the house and broadcast the hints of an expertly designed den inside. Alright, bump this. We're going back to the map. Do 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 do. No jams? Alright. Let's go to Good Game Park. Go! Hey, it's an old lady with a scouter. Nice pink scouter, brah. Guy. Look at Guy. You've never seen this person, and they appear to be waiting for somebody. Perhaps this is who you're supposed to meet. I wonder. Hey, yo. Can I help you with something? I don't really have time to talk. I'm waiting for someone. Are you Vincent Mensa? We're here for a meeting on behalf of Melody Flores. Oh, good. You're Melody's people. Do you have the things that I asked for? There must be some miscommunication. Melody said that you would be able to provide us with some information about Hayden Weber's project within Parallax. He has gone missing, and any information we could get may be useful. Damn that old woman! We had a deal. She promised me those things, and I'm not giving her anything until I get them. I already know Hayden is missing. Why else would I be willing to sell corporate secrets to Flower? This was my chance to get away from Parallax. Instead, she sent the two of you, hat in hand, with none of the things I need. I'm assuming you're Hayden's little pet AI. Insulting, but accurate. Look, it's not that I don't want to help. I do. Hayden was a colleague and a friend. But if I just hand over his research, I lose most of my leverage. I need help getting the hell out of here. I'll just have to shop it around again, since Flower isn't interested in the information on Parallax's new big project. Maybe after I get a buyer, I'll be able to pass it to you. Perhaps we could assist you. My friend here is a terrific journalist. Being skilled at hunting down people and information is his job. I don't know. Look, I need 100,000 credits cash, fake passports for me and my wife, and an untraceable car. If you can get me that, I can get the hell out of here and get to Canada. And I'll give anything you want. Hayden's research notes, and what I know about Parallax, my company's security credentials, whatever. I just can't stay in Neo SF anymore. 100,000 credits? Goddamn! You with your pink ass scouter? Alright, well, what might be able to. Might! Do you mind answering some other questions first? What? Why? Melody only gave us a rough sketch of what you need. The more you can tell us about the situation, the sooner we can fulfill your request. Okay, sure. As long as it isn't any of the juicy stuff. So, what do you do for Parallax? So, you're adamant about getting... Why are you so adamant about getting out? You know anything about Hayden's disappearance? Yeah, why are you so anxious to get out of here? Because Parallax is rotting from the inside out. Hayden's gone missing. Hayden going missing is the last straw. There's, what's the best way of saying this without giving away their game? This new project that is about to roll out that's likely to change everything about how Parallax does their business. Not in an end-user kind of way, but everything behind the scenes will certainly change. We've had some board shakeups since the launch of the mesh nets, and the people at the top are different from the ones who've previously run the company. They're harder, more ruthless, and more concerned with profits than ever before. The altruism the company has displayed in the past is gone, and this new project has promised to give the board owners more power. Not just richest company in the valley power either, real power. They got rid of Hayden because he was about to publish something that would get in the way of that. And not to be too dramatic, but I think they got rid of him for good, too. Rumors and speculations, but anyway, if they're willing to get rid of the biggest mind on their payroll, what's going to stop them from getting rid of me? There's half a dozen people who can do my job. So I'm getting out before I accidentally step on the wrong person's toes and end up being at the bottom of the bay or whatever. Do you know anything about Hayden's disappearance? Nothing concrete. I probably wouldn't have noticed anything out of the ordinary. I mean, Hayden's goes out for a couple days all the time, right? Conferences, guest teaching. He doesn't exactly share his itinerary with me. But they cleared out his office, revoked his security clearance, and confiscated anything he had been working on with other divisions. I asked around and no one will say anything. If he had jumped ship, went to a different company, it would be the talk of the week at the water coolers. Instead, dead silence. Thankfully, he allowed me to keep backups of most of his work simply because I cross-referenced it so much. He didn't like having it all in one place anyway. Other than that, I don't know anything specific. Alright, well, so what do you do for Parallax? I'm the head applications engineer for their data analysis division. Or maybe was, is what I should be saying. If Hayden is the big brain who comes up with the math that runs the search algorithms, I'm the guy who figures out how to collect and apply the data we get. We've worked pretty closely for years, but he's head and shoulders above me as far as theory goes. I just build stuff out of things he hands me. I don't think you are giving yourself enough credit here, Vincent. Hayden was just a computer scientist, if a good one. Was? A slip of the tongue. I'm still getting used to my independence from him. Ha! And that, right there, proves my point. Hayden built a fully independent machine intelligence in his spare time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash myself here. I'm a good software engineer, probably one of the best. But machine intelligence? In a form factor like yours? Now that blows my mind. We've got full immersion virtual reality and brains in boxes running around inside Android shells, yet most people would still call you science fiction. If you say so. I do. Well, thank you. We're gonna get all that retarded amount of money for you. Sure, I guess I can stick around here for a while. I need to make some calls anyway. If you do manage to get what I need, I'll give you anything you want. Forwarding photos and info for the passports to touring now. And I really hope you can do this. I'd rather give it to you than some other corporation anyway. See you soon. No, I don't want you to just do it, big bag. I'm not quite sure where to get fake passports or an untraceable car. The only shady folks we know are these kids who vandalize Hayden's apartment. I doubt they could point us in the right direction, but a long shot is better than no shot. They might agree to help us if we get them off the hook for stealing the data cache. We should check the police department and see if Lexi can pull some strings. As for the rest, perhaps Dr. Fairlight or Melody could spot us the cache. 100,000 is no small amount, but it is unlikely to cause much consternation for either of them, assuming they're dedicated to helping as they claim. Melody is assumedly home as usual, and Fairlight did let us know he'd be at the hospital. We could ask either of them for assistance. Probably gonna ask Flower for it. She seems way more trustworthy. Something about Fairlight, he's just too too effusive, and he got kicked out of his own company, and he tried to fuck Flowers and turn her rebuke into a decades-long feud. So that guy sounds like a fucking prick, even though he has cool facial hair, and I like to make his voice. So yeah, let's check out this map and see. Let's go to see Lexi. Let's go to NSFPD. Glitch, I didn't expect to see you show up here. I was just about to wrap up booking these two, now that they've had a little time to sit underneath the weight of their shenanigans. Starfucker. Hey, look! It's the snitch! You know what they say about snitches? Not in front of the detective cat. Hey, if you don't think vandalism is enough, I'm sure I could write up some quick charges for threatening violence on Glitch, too. Heh, we didn't do nothing that bad. This is bullshit. My dad's gonna kill me. Yeah, well, you should have thought of that before you decided to take your street art where it wasn't wanted. A little community service never hurt anyone. It'll be a learning experience. We should have gotten away with it, too. Press enter. Please don't, Cad. Don't call me that, Oliver! I told you I'm Starfucker now. Starfucker. So what's the point of watching all these ancient cartoons if I can't use the joke? Just don't dig us any deeper. We're in enough trouble as it is. They say it in every episode. What do you want from me, Oliver? You're the one who keeps telling me I should use less profanity. Ahem, boys, if we're done arguing. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, whatever. So, Glitch, what do you want? Bending the rules a bit, these guys might be able to help. I need to borrow the two of them. I have an idea for the community service. I have an idea for their community service. Oh, great! Now what? We're gonna pick up your dog's shit or something? I don't think he has a dog. How would you know, Ollie? You Conan now? How do you even know who Conan is? I got into your comics. I'm totally nailing it on the detective references today. Do the two of you ever shut up? I swear, I should lock you up just to spare the city of your ceaseless jabbering. My position as a servant of public demands it. I'm not sure bad referential humor is illegal, ma'am. Dude, Bad, you're supposed to be on my side. We really could use their assistance, Detective Rivers. It's my apartment, in a way. Isn't it up to me to decide whether I press charges? Not even remotely. But fine, take them. I'm tired of listening to the tall one mouthing off. Yeah, I'm sure there's a ton of more entertainment to find here. Cat, it's me on the orgasm day. We're very thankful. We both need to check in with our families first. We'll meet up with the two of you back in Market Street, if that's okay. Of course. We'll meet you there, Oliver. What a waste of time. Sorry again, Lexi. We'll make sure they're useful in the case. Don't worry. It's a hassle, but you know what we say. Gold and peace, iron and war. That means. Back to the grind, I guess. Stay safe, deputies. Yeah, just chilling in the police department. Whatever, I'm not gonna do this. This is a good ass jam, man. Alright, well, I'm gonna wrap things up here. Going to find a car and a bunch of money. continue. And liquid. So, I'm Faith in the Glitch. We are probably going to pick things up tomorrow. And as always, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I throw down a DJ set live right here in my apartment. Next week's going to be Electro Swing. And if you're in the New York City area, check out the speakeasysessions.nyc. We have Max the Sax this Saturday in Brooklyn playing live. He's the sax player for Parastellar. Should be pretty awesome, and it's free. So, with that, farewell.